family, friends, and my diadems and my jewels. It is your girl Stephanie, and we have my co-host today is Kiss from Jay. How you doing today, Jay?
I'm doing amazing. How are you, love?
I'm great. I'm great. Um, I thank everybody for coming. We have Bambi in here. Bambi was first. We have Bambi here. We have Rock on T83. Hello, thank you for coming. And I thought I saw somebody else, but they were conversating back and forth. But
Yeah.
thank you guys. If you can share out the live if possible, I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Um, so hey, coach, hey. I know she got a class, so she probably ain't jumping in. Thank you for coming. So guys, this is my first time for Social Set Hub, meaning this our set. This the set. We gonna have social conversations. Um, this week we're going to talk about some things. This week we're going to be talking about our title for today is pushing past limits. My channel is all those of you who know me, my channel is all about health and my wealth, because my health is my wealth. My health and wellness journey with exercising, eating right, and all of those things that you do to get your life back together. Trying to get off medication or trying to take less medications, trying to keep them numbers right. So when we go to the doctor, they'll be
Yes.
like happy with us. So that's what we're going to be talking about today with my friend here, Jay. We got 5 questions I'm gonna be asking her about her life and about pushing past her limits. But I want to give her a chance to introduce herself to those of you that might not know her. Take it away, Jay.
Yes. So, hey, you guys, again, thank you all so much for being here. I really, really appreciate y'all. So, my name is Jay. My channel name here is Kids from Jay. And my channel, child, is about a whole lot. I'm still trying to get it together. But as of right now, I have been vlogging. I'm still always going to be supporting people and always like showing support within my videos because that's just who I am as a person. So, in my vlogs, you always going to catch every here and then another content creator that I'm showing love to or something like that. But I'm very family oriented, so you're always going to see my family with me.
Yeah.
And y'all, I love being able to do new things. So as far as like my interviews that I do on my channel, my kinky infusions and new things that's going to be coming to the future, I'm really excited. I am monetized, so I do have my memberships on live. You know what I'm saying? So I am going to be posting content and doing all of the things, y'all. But I really appreciate y'all for being here and supporting my girl as she's doing her first interview, period. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, girl. So
What's
thank you for having
popping?
me.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. When I said in that live Saturday that I was gonna be doing my first interviewing lives, she was like, I want to be number one. I'm like, yes. Yes.
Most definitely.
Yes, I appreciate that. Well, this is our first time doing doing interviews. This is my first time doing interviews on this channel. I've done them on my other channel, but this is my first time on this channel, and I am glad to be here. I see everybody else doing it. I'm like, girl, you know how to talk,
I
okay?
know,
You
right?
know how to right. You know how to get your friends up there and have some conversations, talk about some things. I love motivating people. That's a part of who I am. A part of my gifts and talents is motivation and to encourage people to keep pushing, to keep going, to keep growing, not to be stagnated. We don't want to be lukewarm because we don't want to, you don't want to be on the middle of the fence. You got to choose a side. Okay.
I know.
So yeah, so I thank you so much for being here. We thank everybody who's Savannah. Hello, Savannah, Coach Bambi. Thank you guys. Just want to make sure I'm not missing any questions that's in the chat. But we're gonna go ahead on and get started with our first question. Oh, let me just real quick. Let me tell y'all. Push past limits is my mantra for my channel. for my health and wellness channel, and I came up with that about like a couple of weeks ago, because in order to have a successful journey of any kind, we have to push past limits, because
Hmm.
always limits, hurdles, mountains, boulders that we have to get past and get over in order to get to the other side so that we can have success. And sometimes when we get to the other side of that mountain or that boulder, it's still another one. But when you can overcome that first one, that second one is not so hard. You learn
Yeah.
how each time, yeah, each time we get past something, we grow. We supposed to every time when we move past something hard in our life, we supposed to grow from it. It should be some growth there. And so we have to always remember our journey through that thing and over that thing, so we don't be doomed to repeat it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So keep that thing like, how did I get over it? I know I shouldn't be doing this, because if I did this, I got these results. So I don't want to go back there. Let me just stay focused, because it's going to be another hurdle going to come, and I got to get past that one. Because, girl, listen, I'm 57. I done had a whole bunch of hurdles.
I understand.
We constantly pushing and constantly growing. And that's the beauty about life. Just keep moving forward and we accomplish our goals.
Mhm.
So are you ready for the first question?
I am.
So the first question is, what was a moment in your life when you felt you truly pushed beyond what you thought you were capable of?
Ooh. I truly pushed beyond what I thought I was capable of. Okay, so a lot of people don't know this about me, but when I was 13 years old, I ended up having to go to the hospital because I had to have my appendix removed.
Hospital.
So
Because
when that,
sorry.
you're fine. So while I was there, before I even got to the hospital, actually, it ended up rupturing or ruptured or whatever.
Mm.
So it ended up being a bigger problem than I and my family ever thought that it was. So when I got to the hospital, um, it probably took maybe like, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 days, or probably even a little longer than that before they actually did this surgery, because I'm not exactly sure. I guess my family didn't think it was all that serious, but the doctors most definitely did. So it ended up turning into a trip to the hospital that I thought was just going to be a day, maybe even possibly a week.
Mm.
And it turned into 3 months. So I
Wow.
was in the hospital for 3 months. I had what by the time I was able to like really get up again, it was probably maybe like a month and a half later. So I had to learn how to eat again. I was laying down the whole time, so my bones got completely weak. So I had to learn how to walk again. And I had to learn how to talk again because they ended up giving me something I was allergic to. I found out that I was allergic to penicillin, and
Uh,
they had put it in my mouth. So they had to take it out of my mouth because my tongue has swollen, and they had to put it in my throat. So I had to learn how to talk again. And I had to literally learn how to do everything over again, literally. So it took me a long time, even after I finally got home, to really like heal and learn how to like actually walk without like moving all extra slow, like all type of stuff, child. But yeah, so I just feel like one of the main reasons why I'm always smiling and always giggly, you know what I'm saying? It's because I really have been through a lot. Like that was a situation where the doctor said that I wasn't going to make it, and they literally just had to just wait, and there was nothing else they can do. And out of nowhere, I just started getting better after like my family was praying over me and stuff like that.
mhm.
But yeah, it was definitely a situation that I always think on, because I literally wouldn't even be here right now, if it wasn't for the prayers of my family and people just continuing to be near me. I had so many nights that I kind of felt like I was alone. Where I would wake up in the middle of the night and I would look around the hospital room and think that no one was there because I didn't see anybody. But like my auntie, she would be there with me. She was like laying on the other side and the curtain was just pulled. I remember that night for sure. I was pushing the little emergency button to like call a doctor because I was just scared because I was by myself. I thought I was by myself. And there was some
Uh,
nurses at the counter and I was pushing the button and I knew that the light was supposed to bang on top of the door to let you know like this person wants something or whatever. And they was just
mhm.
looking at me, but they never came to the room. So I just felt so alone. You know what I'm saying? So I just started like praying to God in that moment because I was just so scared and I just felt so alone. And I was just talking so loud and praying so loud that it woke my auntie up. And I didn't know she was even there. So she woke up and she was like, Jay, are you okay? And I was like, oh
Aw.
my God, you're here? And I just started crying because I noticed that I wasn't alone. And I realized that I never have been alone. I just kind of felt alone whenever it would be time for like people to go to work or people like switching
Yeah,
shifts. Like my auntie and all my other aunties, they would like switch shifts by like if one person has to go, the other person would come. But there was always someone there. And you know, it was just like such a traumatic moment for me because I literally had
yeah,
to learn how to do everything over again, you know? So there's so
yeah,
much that I'm blessed for, and I'm so happy to like be around people that are like happy to be here because there's so many people
yeah,
that live in this world and they just treat it like crap and they don't really care. Or there's so many people that be in this world and they don't really care about their family, but your family gonna be the main people that's gonna be near you when something happens, or your family gonna be the one that's gonna bury you, God forbid, if anything happened to you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm so
yeah,
grateful to my family, and I'm so grateful to create new family. That's why I love so many people on here, and that's why I really do call all of y'all my family because I'm so close to y'all. You know, and
yeah,
I do think about that all the time. As far as me being so close to people here on YouTube, that's why I like kind of stress talking about how we need to always like we need to at least try once a year to link up because I would love to meet the people that I talk to every day. I wake up in the morning, I go to sleep talking to y'all. I wake up in the morning talking to y'all, and I ain't never seen y'all. Y'all need to come see me. I need to come see y'all. You know what I'm saying? We
yeah.
family, so that needs to be what it is. But yes, that's how I'm feeling though.
Yeah, my God, that was a true pushing past limits in your life, and it
Hmm.
was a true blessing from God that we all have a time, and it was not your time. It was not your time. You had to go through that
Yeah.
journey in order to inspire somebody else, and
Hmm.
it's somehow a lot of times we do sometimes feel alone and but God always got somebody there. He always got a ram in the bush for us, and
Oh
somebody
yeah.
that's going to be there to hold your hand. And you didn't even know your aunt was there. That
Yeah,
was
I
ain't that
didn't.
something? Ain't that something? And she was there right there for you. But that was, I'm sure, that was a traumatic experience. How old you say you were?
I was 13.
13. Wow. 13. That was a traumatic experience that you had to go through at 13.
Hmm.
And not know you know what, I'm allergic to penicillin also. I don't even remember what happened to me when I was younger, how they found out that I was allergic to it. But yeah, sometimes these doctors give us things and they don't even know, you know, they don't
I
even
mean,
know sometimes
honestly, I can't even
symptoms.
really blame them on that part because I didn't even know I was allergic to anything because
Right,
I've done so many things in my life and I've never had an allergic reaction. So when we got to the hospital, of course, you have to fill out the paperwork and they're going to ask you, are
right,
you allergic to anything? Well, if I don't know if I'm allergic to anything, I'm going to say no, you know?
right.
And so
Yeah,
that's how they ended up after they did it. They found out I was
they
allergic
found
to
out.
that. So
Right.
I was like, yeah, we do need to all try to figure out stuff like that because if you're in like a critical situation,
Hmm.
knowing exactly what you could be allergic to, even if it's like the smallest thing. And that's not even the smallest thing. That's penicillin is a type of antibiotic. You know,
Yes.
more than likely most people are going to get in contact with penicillin. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And not even know it because penicillin is supposed to help you, but it's not going to help
Yeah.
you if your body rejects it. You know what I'm saying? But
No, it
also,
won't.
child, these people in their medicine be having all type of stuff in it. That's why the body rejects it, you know?
Yes.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just really, really grateful. And thank you all for being here. Lala, Chip, Majestic, all of y'all. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
But yes, it's so much. And I just feel like sometimes when I like look at people that are angry about like the smallest things, I be kind of like, that's really not anything to be angry about. I'm happy
Right.
to wake up in the morning with no aches and pains. I'm happy to wake up in the morning and not have to think to myself, like how I'm gonna get out of this bed carefully, because at one point in time there was that. Sometimes at one point in time when I finally was able to go home, I wasn't able to get out of the bed without assistance because I was too weak to be able to walk on my
Right.
own. You know, and now I'm skipping and running and jumping and twerking and all of that
Yes.
chaff. You
Yes.
know
Look
what
at
I'm
that.
saying?
Look
So
at that. Look
yeah,
at
I have a lot to be grateful for. So when you see me cheesing,
yes.
smiling, and acting a fool, child, just
Yes.
act a fool with me.
Uh-huh.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Period.
You have a true reason to be grateful, because you don't even have to, you didn't have to be here, but God spared you to
Mhm.
see another day. And yeah, I love your bubbly. It's like you always smiling. Every time when I used to go on your in the beginning, before I started interacting with you, I used to watch your videos, and I used to be like, she is always like smiling, and them teeth is always showing. But that's beautiful, because
Okay.
we all have bad times in our life, and we have bad situations that we have to get over. But who want to walk around looking sad all the time, or be angry and be
Yeah.
just, oh no, we have to find something to be happy about in life, because none of us have to be here. We all could be gone for real. But I'm grateful that God spared your life, and I'm glad that you take that, you take that with you every day, and that you live, you smile about it, you happy about it, you celebrating your life,
Oh,
you
most
celebrate
definitely.
you celebrating your
Yeah.
life, and that's what
Hmm.
matters. Yes,
It
celebrate your
is,
life.
yes. And people have to
Yeah.
understand that energy transfers. So if you mugging and
Yes.
you mad and all of that, you can make the next person want to mug and be mad and all of that. Some
Uh-huh.
people are strong enough to not let that affect them, but some people are weak enough to the point where they're having a bad day and this energy
Yeah.
comes upon them. They just feel like they should just continue to be
Mhm.
mad instead of being happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
But if you have
Hmm.
that good energy, that positive energy, sometimes it transfers to the next person. It can help. It might put a smile on their face. Like, just, it's contagious. Happiness,
Yeah,
energy, happiness, it's contagious.
it
It's
is. It
contagious.
is.
Hey, Chip, thanks for coming. Majestic, Lala.
Chip said, "I'm gonna need that red shirt, Steph."
Yes, yeah. I was
Yes,
like, what am I gonna
period.
put? What am
Yeah.
I gonna put on today? I was like, oh shoot, I got my red shirt. I got a red. This was new. I got a red thing to put on. I'm like, yeah, let me just put on red. Yes, for the blood. I ain't ashamed. But
Yes.
yes, hey y'all, period. Good vibes
Period.
for real is awesome.
Yeah.
Yes. Good
Hmm.
vibes, good vibe. They contagious, ain't they, y'all? It's contagious.
It
Who don't nobody
is.
want to be around nobody that's always sad and
Always
fussing
sad and
and
miserable
mad
and
and
always catching the attitude, always finding a reason to be mad. Like, why are
yes,
you always finding a reason to be
yes.
mad?
You
Like,
pulling down my you
calm,
pulling down my
calm
energy
down.
cup, Pooh. No, you pulling down
Honestly,
my
they're not even gonna put down my energy, child, because I'm too good
I'm
and happy
out.
for them to be putting down my energy, child. I'm gonna be smiling and giggling. Honestly, I feel like someone that's angry going they if they around me, they're gonna automatically just start laughing because I'm just like goofy like that, child.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Look,
Yeah.
it's like those. Sometimes it's those people. Look, either you gonna love me or you not. It ain't even no in between. Either you gonna catch up with this energy, or you just gonna leave the room for real.
Hmm.
It's only two choices. It's
You
only
best
two choices.
believe it. You best believe it, okay?
All right, well, let's move on to our second question is, what motivate you to keep going when things got really tough or felt impossible? You can use that example, or you can use another one.
Okay. Well, I will definitely have to say, I mean, honestly, just everything in life. Every like new obstacle that I face is always a reason to want to like turn around and take the easy route that I already know, or if I want to actually look ahead and face this challenge that can possibly give me an amazing outcome, and on top of that, make me stronger as an individual, mindset wise and like spiritual wise. Like, you never know what can come with the challenges that you face until you face them. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And who knows? Because they can even possibly bring bring forth like new friendships. You know what I'm saying? I would say possibly even starting my YouTube channel. I feel like that is a challenge that I could have easily dodged, or I could have went forward with it. And I chose to go forward with it, and it has changed my life tremendously. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really happy that I decided to take on this challenge, because people need to understand that this is in fact a challenge, because a challenge is something that you can continue to do, to learn from and gain from, or it could be something that you lose, and you losing is you stopping because you feel like a failure, or you allow your own mindset to get the best of you, or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? The views messing with you, you angry because you viewing people's page and they not viewing yours. There's a lot of reasons to be mad. You know what I'm saying? But I always tend to try to elevate myself every chance that I get, regardless if it's just like continuing to post every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's so much when it comes to that. So yeah, I would definitely say starting YouTube.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's so you starting YouTube motivated you. It was a motivation for you.
It most definitely was a motivation for me. To be honest, it was something that I was happy that I did, because before I started YouTube, I had an issue with being consistent. I know a lot of people will be like, girl, how you got an issue with being consistent? You post every day. You know what I'm saying? But I do.
Tell me,
I
tell
had
me.
an issue with being consistent. I'm not going to hold you. So being able to come up on YouTube and continue to do it for me, even though, yes, I am trying to complete something and be able to make so many accomplishments and whatnot here on YouTube, but it also was a double standard to me as well, to continue to be consistent, because I had a problem with consistency. I would get to starting something and then I would stop. I would stop probably because I was like, man, I'm gonna do it another day or whatever. And then that next day turned into a next day, turned to a next day, and turned into never
Yeah,
again. You know what I'm saying? And I know
I
that if
do.
I was, and then it turns into later on, it would turn into a situation where it's like, man, I know that if I would have done this, I would have been here. So now I'm living in my head with all these regrets, knowing that if I would have continued, I would have had all these type of outcomes. And why should I allow
Mhm.
myself to have all those thoughts in my head when I could just do it? You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Yeah,
that's definitely
yeah.
how I felt.
I definitely agree. I agree with you because like just because you're consistent now, that don't mean that we were consistent before. Because I was a person that I must say I'm a recovering procrastinator daily. So as far as being consistent, yeah, like I start something and then it's like, let me think about it. And then thinking about it turn into 2 days or 3 days or next week. So
Hmm.
yeah, like when I saw you come on, your consistency with going live a lot was encouraging me. But it
Thank
was like
you.
I was like, dang, I need to go live. She going live all the time. I was watching your journey because I like the way you said hello, and then you would introduce yourself and introduce the channel,
Yeah.
and then you would say, this is my 30th day here in these YouTube streets. I was like, I love the way you counted down and then
Yes.
see your numbers to see where you were. So that was like a just making you was that was a consistent thing that you were doing every day, giving
Hmm.
us what you had every day. That was consistency. And so that incur alone encourages someone else to like, well, shoot, let me do it. Let me do. I need to do better.
Yes.
I need to do better. Yeah, so I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And it was
Thank
like,
you.
and you still when I was watching your one of your videos the other day, you still do that. You
Oh
still say,
yeah.
mm-hmm,
Yeah, I definitely still do that. I like to. So when I first started my YouTube journey, I was a small content creator, and I still am a small content creator, but as far as being brand new. So I wanted to be able to let people know that I can do this and you can do this too. So I
mm-hmm,
wanted to pretty much document my journey by letting them know, hey, this is day one. And on day one, I only have 2 subscribers. But Chad, later on down the line, we're going to see what happens. Day two. Okay, y'all. Yesterday I had 2 subscribers, but guess what, honey? I got 5 subscribers now. And when I go back and I look at that, and I used to see how happy I was to have
yeah,
14 subscribers, I was like, y'all, I got 14 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? I was
uh-huh,
geek, child. When I say geek, I'm
Yeah.
talking about geek, child. Ain't nobody can tell me nothing. Child, 14
Uh-huh.
subscribers, I was lit. You know what I'm saying? Because I was meeting accomplishments. I never thought that I would even like
Yes.
get 14 subscribers in less than 4 days. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
never
Yeah.
thought that I would be able to actually hit 1,000 subscribers in less than 3 months. So all of
Mhm.
it every single day surprised me.
Yeah.
And because of that, I wanted to always like level up because I knew I could go harder and I knew I can go better for myself. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
what led to the interviews and the shows and like doing all type of different things and being able to. I seen a lot of people that was like watching my growth, and I seen a lot of things that was happening
Yeah.
that I feel like people were watching and wishing, but they wasn't really necessarily doing anything. So that's why I was pushing people to start doing interviews. You know what I'm saying? Hey, here's a new way you can make watch hours. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I feel like if you start doing this, you're gonna like something gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I
Mhm.
was excited to get people to be like get exposed on 20 Questions with Jay. You know what I'm saying? Because so
Yeah.
many
Yeah. That
people
was
they
cool.
wasn't really paying attention to the channel or the actual videos because they was just like, yeah, I'm not really into this. So I came up with the idea of, well, if you're not into that, maybe if you get to know the person, then you will be into what they're doing. You know, so that's why I was
Yeah.
excited to do 20 Questions with Jay. I came up with that aspect and it took off exactly how I expected it to.
It
Did I think
did.
it was going to? No, but did I know that if I put my little 1 2 in it, will I make it happen? Yeah. So I
Mhm.
decided to
Mhm.
do it and it did exactly what it needed to do. So I'm really excited to see so many people. Like I'm excited that I built my community from day one. You know what I'm saying? I built my community up for day one and I literally watched everybody watch me. You know what I'm saying? Like it felt like I felt like it was a spotlight on me from the very moment that I started. You know, and I still feel like that now. It's just that I have more like bolder people that's standing next to me now. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
It don't dim my light. My light is still gonna be bright. It's always gonna be bright.
Girl,
Hey, child, you
ain't
best believe
nobody
it. You
gonna
know what
put
I'm
your light
saying?
out. Ain't nobody
Child, you
gonna
best
put that
believe it.
light.
You know, but yeah, I'm excited to have some people that are more weaker on that type of stand.
Mhm.
They would prefer to have people that are like weaker around them so they can have that bold light on them and everybody can. No, I'm not like that. I like being able
Yeah.
to stand in a group of people that know how to stand on the front line. I'm looking for front line
Exactly.
standers. You know what I'm saying? I love
Yes,
it.
that's
I
good.
love it so
Frontline
much.
standers.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because it
Most
encourages you. It
definitely.
encourages you. You know, when you have strong
Yes.
people, I've always been like that. I've, you know, like in the beginning, yeah, I just was like, you know, because I was a person, I was shy when I was younger. But the people around me, they pushed me in the front. They pushed me out there. They
Yes.
put me at the podium. They made me learn how to speak. And I became an introvert that operated as an extrovert. And when I did, the Holy
Yes. Oh
Ghost
my
just took
God,
over.
girl.
So it was like, so now I make sure I put myself around people that's higher or better than me. Like when I say better, I mean that have more
Okay.
knowledge, that have whatever it is, they have more. Because what, like you know, they're saying this water seeks its own level. Well, I don't want to seek my own level. I'm trying to seek higher. I'm always trying to be, we should always try to strive to be better and to get higher in our lives. If we want to go there, some people are right with where they at. And I'm not knocking that because everybody is not leaders. Some people are made to stay where they are and to help those other people. But you know, one day they're gonna have to move on, you know, everybody got to move on up some kind of way. But yes, we are, you know, you strong. We, God makes us strong for a reason, because everybody has to reach somebody. Each one teach one. You know, I am my
Yes.
sister's keeper, I am my brother's keeper. You know, so yes, yes, I love that energy. And I believe in, place yourself around people that have more, that can encourage you, that can pour into you, so that you can continue to grow and your light can just keep shining brighter and brighter and brighter. Yes.
Yes, I literally made a
Period.
video, period, you know, so I literally made a video speaking on that. And I feel like a lot of people kind of looked at it in a wrong light. I don't know. But pretty much the video, and it was kind of not recent, but kind of recent, maybe like 2 weeks ago or something. I don't know, child.
I'm gonna have to watch.
But it was basically talking about people should find their people should have a friendly rival. You know what I'm saying? And a friendly rival literally has to do with literally just what you were saying. Someone that's able to push you, like for example, like it can easily be like child, I don't even know who to really say. But
Mhm.
anybody can have a friendly rival. A friendly rival is someone who keeps you moving forward, because some people, they tend to get stuck so easily. Sometimes they feel like they accomplished, like for example, some people feel like, okay, I hit
Right.
my 1,000 subscribers now, this is what I've always wanted and it took me so long to get here. I feel accomplished. Yes, I know I want to be able to get monetized, but child, I'm gonna luster in this 1,000 subscribers because I'm doing my big one or whatever. But you being in this community, you don't even have to single somebody out. You being in this community of people that's going to always try to level up is going to literally push your momentum to try to continue to level up. You
Right.
ain't got time to stick on no 1,000 subscribers. You trying to reach bigger and better things because you see that it's possible. Because people around you are allowing you
Uh-huh.
to see that it's possible. You know what I'm saying? A
Yeah.
friendly rival doesn't have
Yeah.
to necessarily be just one person. It could be a group of
Mhm.
people, just like
It
how
could
we
be a group
are.
like
You know what I'm
your group.
saying? It's
Yeah.
people that allow
Uh-huh.
you to continue to see that there are more things that you can accomplish than where you are at. Because some people
Yeah.
really do have that small mindset of thinking, when
Yes.
really there's so much more that you can do.
Mhm.
There's so much more that
Mhm.
you can do. You know, it's not a competition. It's literally a
No.
way of you being able to know that there's a possibility for more. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And that's what I love about it. Yeah, a friendly rivals keep you on your toes. Friendly
Mhm.
rivals are gonna keep you posting. You're gonna look at someone's page and be like, "Oh my God, they posted, they posted. I
Yeah.
need to get to posted." That's not
Uh-huh.
jealousy. That's
Mhm.
a reminder. You need to
Yes.
get on your. You need to get on your stuff. That's a
Yep.
reminder. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? When you see stuff like that, you get reminded. The
Mhm.
only reason why it will become a way for you to look at it as if you're jealous, that has to do with you and your inner self.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That has to do with you and your inner self. You don't have to be like that. You don't have to think like that, because we
No.
all love each other. We all show out for each other. We all come and we be up in each other's lives. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? We be trying to vibe with each other. Once you get connected to the community more, you're gonna see more and more people come around you, but people have to get more familiar with you. But once you
Right.
really get to that thing, honey, and you realize like the group that you in are people that are really gonna be reaching the top, you're gonna want to
Yeah.
reach the top too. It's gonna
Yeah.
make you not want to be at the bottom. You're gonna be like, oh,
Yep.
I'm going up. I'm going up. I'm
Yep.
going up. I'm going up. I don't care about how people feel about
Okay.
that. You know what I'm saying? That's for real.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I'm so glad you said that, because that's what y'all did for me. That's what this community did for me. I remember saying one time, like being in and like going into y'all live sometimes and just being on the outside. Like just being in the lab, but I'm not, I just say hello. And then sometimes I won't say nothing. And I see how everybody conversating. And there's a couple of them that I just kind of like stay connected with and everything, but I was staying connected with. But I made a decision. I made a conscious decision to put myself in the middle. Okay, you see, you understand what I'm saying? I made a
Yeah.
conscious decision to stop just watching and stop just saying hi, but interacting in the chat, because I see like everybody was starting to reach 1,000 subscribers and everybody helping everybody. And then I'm in this group, but I'm out here struggling to try to get my 1,000 subscribers. But just saying, like, I'm just gonna go ahead and let my channel grow slow or whatever. It's like you could do what you want to do, but being around this group and seeing how y'all are moving and thriving and helping each other and pushing each other, and Chip is like, oh my God, he like, when you go into his channel, he like just this ball of energy just pushing you. You know what I'm saying? So all of that together made me want to be better. It
Yeah.
made me want to be better with this channel. It made me want to put more into this channel. It even made me start get your butt in the chat GPT. I started using that. Using it it made me step up my game even with my other channel. You know what I'm saying? So this group is a positive group. It's a group that encourages
Mhm.
each other. Either you can stay on the outside and like I was and just looking in and putting little things in, or either just jump in the middle of the bed. I used to I'm a part of AA. I was in AA years ago, and they were always saying, it was a saying like, you get in the middle of the bed, because when you get in the middle of the bed, you're not gonna fall out. If you
Yeah.
roll, somebody gonna catch you. Somebody gonna be there to help you and push you back so you won't fall. So get in the middle of this group, get in there
Mm-hmm.
and say something. And I love how it's I think the young lady is in here right now. She was in the live last night and she only had like maybe 14 subscribers or something like that. Well, this morning I heard her say she was in somebody's live, she got like 100 because she made a conscious decision to get in the middle of the bed and get in that live and talk to people and just be a part of something greater than yourself. And so I thank all of y'all. And look, and for those people that's in here, if y'all not connected to Kiss with Jay, if y'all not connected to Stephanie 57 Journey, please connect. I think I set it up where if y'all put Journey in the chat, somebody can test it and see that Nightbot should drop your link. If somebody can
Oh,
just,
okay.
yeah, put Journey in the chat and see if that. I was trying to mess around with Nightbot yesterday to see if it'll work. But yeah, so I thank everybody. Let's see. Hopefully it'll work, y'all. I hope it'll work. Pretty Heart Conquer. Hello, hello, hello. All Star. Hello. If it don't work, then I'm gonna have to go back and do something else. What happened to Jay? Okay, where Nightbot at? Okay, we're gonna wait for Jay to come back in. So I guess it's not working. I tried to make sure it was working, y'all. I don't know. Here we go. Here we
Sorry,
go.
I got a phone call.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right. I guess it's not working. I'm gonna have to figure out why it ain't working, and hopefully by yeah, Nightbot. He a mess. Before he was just timing everybody out.
Yeah.
He was just timing everybody out. Now he won't even show up. Ain't that something? I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. All right, let's move on to our third question.
Okay.
Um, how did you deal? I like this. I like when we talk about fear. How did you deal with fear, doubt, or setbacks during any time in your life? YouTube, anytime.
Well, as far as okay, how did I deal with fear, setbacks in any time of my life? I would have to say, well, I dealt with it by praying to God and just kind of just putting everything in his hands. Because whenever I would do it by myself, I would always end up failing or I would doubt myself and not move forward because of what I thought in my
Mhm.
head would come true, like, oh my God, this isn't gonna work or something like that. And I feel like every time that I did, he would always bring me someone that will help to hold my hand to walk me to where I need to be. Because sometimes I haven't done everything by myself. Yes, I am most likely, kind of stronger in that way now from how people will look at me. I am really confident. I'm very confident. I'm the type of person who go and I can stand in front of a stadium and start talking. Child, you know what I'm saying? I am. But I haven't always been that way. I
Right.
have to allow myself to I have to hold myself to a certain standard and just try to get out of this bubble. I literally had to pray to God. I'm not even going to hold you. Because before, I used to be kind of nervous to talk. I used to be kind of nervous to hold a conversation. And it wouldn't even be nervous to hold a conversation. I just wouldn't have anything to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they could just get up and just start talking about a million things. I'm thinking, like, how do they do that? How do they just keep on talking? Like, what is there so much in this world that you could just continue to talk about? And you just, have so many questions, like, how do you come up with these questions? Like, sometimes, like, before when I was a little younger, I used to look at people, like, when they would have conversation, I would just sit and I would be like involved, but I wouldn't really be in the conversation, even though I was. All I would be doing is just like agreeing to whatever is being said that I agree to. But I wouldn't have that much of an input. If I did, it would be a little bit, but it wouldn't be a lot. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be like how other people are, how they could just talk and talk and talk. And I'd be like, dang, I wish I had so much to say. Like, I feel like I do, but I just don't know exactly like how to necessarily say it. Maybe it's because I didn't know how to like word my words or something like that. And
Uh-huh.
it ended up turning into a situation where um my ex-boyfriend that I was with some years ago in like 2019 and like down or whatever was shot and killed. And I ended
Mm.
up like drinking a lot. I turned to like alcohol to kind of like mend myself. And I ended up turning into dang near an alcoholic child. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like I'm talking about
It
whole
happens.
alcoholic. And I ended up praying to God and asking him to help me to like move forward, because I feel like with me just sitting here and drinking alcohol and just smoking all day, I was smoking so much weed, child. I was just smoking, smoking, smoking. And when I say a lot, honey, like a lot, child. I'll be smoking, still rolling and smoking. It was just a repeat cycle. You know what I'm saying? And that's really
Yeah,
all that was
yeah.
really going on. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I knew for sure I was going to be drinking and smoking, but what else as far as my future? What else is going to be happening? You know what
I
I'm
used to
saying?
be
So I
there.
prayed to God and I had asked God, like, God, I really need your help to move
Yes.
forward in life. You know what I'm saying? I really needed help to move forward in life. And I
Mhm.
tried by myself to stop drinking and smoking, and I ended up stop smoking, but it didn't necessarily happen the way that I wanted to. I kept smoking a little bit more, and then eventually I ended up like stopping, which I was really happy that I was able to stop smoking and not feel like I have to. It just turned into like it was a situation where someone ended up getting up out of my life, child, and because of that, I kind of just like everything
Yeah,
kind of went with it. You know what I'm saying? So I was happy for
yeah.
that. But the drinking part stayed really heavy. And a lot of people in my family would drink a lot. So it was hard to go around my own family because all they would
Mhm.
be drinking. And because there was so much alcohol there, I was just consuming to drinking also, because they never
Yeah,
had a problem with drinking. So if you don't got a problem with drinking, it's going to be hard to be around people that you want to be around and not drink. You know what I'm saying? So I
yeah.
prayed to God and prayed to God because I tried to do it myself. I stopped one time. I stopped for like 2 months, and then I ended up going back to drinking. Like I would take some shots with my family, and then it would turn into me buying my own bottles again.
Mhm.
So yeah, I kept praying to God and praying to God, and it's crazy. Me and my husband that I'm with now ended up being together, and he don't drink and he don't smoke. So he ended up telling me, "You need to stop drinking, or there's gonna be some consequences." I was like, "Oh snap!" You know what I'm saying? I was like, "God, is this you? Is it you?" Because
Did you
sometimes people
see
have to
him?
understand, if you like pray to God and you try yourself and it's not working, especially if you hear God telling you yourself that you need to stop doing what you're doing and it's not working on your own, He's gonna put someone in your life that's gonna help you
Yeah.
to stop. And you're gonna want to stop because you want whatever's going on there. So yeah, I did stop smoking, and well, I stopped smoking. I did stop drinking altogether because of my husband, but I also continued to stop drinking because it was a desire of mine. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I was really, really happy for that. And when I
Yeah.
stopped drinking, I realized that my socialness also disappeared with it. Because when I would drink, I would be
Mhm.
talking, I'll be excited, I'll be talking. You know, I told you in the beginning, I wasn't really talking like that. When I was drinking, girl, you couldn't get me to shut up. I was
Yeah.
happy that I was talking so much. So that also kept me wanting to drink because I was in the middle of the conversations where I wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? So when I stopped drinking, it made me like hush. It made me really quiet. It made me not like know what to say. I would be back to the beginning
Yeah.
again. So I had to pray to God and ask God to like really help me to not only keep the drinking off, but to also help me to get all this energy back that I wanted. Give me the
Mhm.
energy that I want, but without the alcohol. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
How? Oh my God. When I tell you, so the year was it last year? I think it was last year summertime. Yeah, it was last year summertime. I had got baptized. I decided to get baptized again. When I got baptized when I was younger, it was because my mom made me do it. But when I got baptized last year, it's because I wanted to do it. And I asked
Mhm.
God, God, can you please like help me to continue to move forward and like just be someone that people can follow, be a leader. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
asked God to help me to be a leader and to be
Yeah.
consistent. You know what I'm saying? And also, I wanted him to help me to be able to just be this person that I know I can be, which is like a frontline person. I want to be on the front line. I want to be able to encourage people. I want to be able to push people. I want to be able to do all the things that I know I can do. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
When I tell you, like after I got baptized, like every day after that, I've literally been like how I am now. I just feel like nothing can stop me. I just feel like invincible. You know what I'm saying? I just feel so invincible. And I feel like, girl, like how I'm sitting here talking, I feel like I could talk for hours, child. And I'm just like, oh my God, God is so amazing because I feel like I'm the type of person I haven't drank in so long. Like it's been over a year now. You know what I'm saying? And you would think
Praise God.
that I would be the type of person if I was to ever like go to a party, child, you would think that I'm the person that had the most liquor because of my energy level. My energy level is through the roof because God has like blessed me with so much energy. I asked for it be careful what you ask for because you're gonna receive a child. And me, I'm
Yeah,
hyper
yeah. You
as heck.
better be
You know
ready.
what I'm saying? I'm
You better
hyper
be
as heck. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'm so hyper, and I'm just so grateful because I asked for it. Because I asked God to give me all of this energy that I needed, so I can be sober and excited and happy, and not have to rely on alcohol to make me hyper. You know what I'm saying? To make me have energy, to make me feel like I'm alive. You know what I'm saying? I'm so
ready.
happy to have that in my own self. I could pull it out of my own self. I don't need nothing to help me pull it out. I could do it on my own. And I'm so grateful for that, all of that. And then on top of that, the consistency, I'm so happy because the same year, last year, when I got baptized, I asked God to help me with consistency and I started YouTube. And this has helped me tremendously with my consistency. It's just
You
like
get
everything
what
I had
you
asked
asked
for.
for.
And there's so much more that I've asked for, but sometimes I feel like you shouldn't tell all of your things, child. You need to
Not in
yeah,
one
you shouldn't
set.
tell all of your things, Chad. Don't tell all of your things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just so grateful. And as much as I do, you know what I'm saying? As much as I do, I am kind of crazy and all of that, Chad. I know a lot of people are like, girl, you ain't no Christian. You be talking about sex. Yeah, I talk about sex, honey. I talk about whatever I want to talk about. I ain't gonna hold you. But there's people that's in church that you think are Christians and child, the devil is sitting on their shoulder. Okay. When
Mhm.
I'm in church, I'm actually an usher in my church. My dad is actually a pastor, and he's been a pastor since he was 16 years old. So I know everything. You know what I'm
Ooh,
saying? I just like to have fun, and I'm me.
a
But I'm
preacher's
always going to be
kid.
me, and I'm going to be real, and I'm going to be kind, and I'm going to be loving. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
yes.
don't ever judge a book by its cover or think that you know
No,
someone because of what they're doing. You don't know what be
that's
going
the
on.
worst thing that we can do is judge a book by its cover because we don't know who we and they always you don't know who you entertain. Okay.
Hmm.
And it's
Yeah,
better not to judge people. It's better to love people than to judge people, and to let people be who they are. And that's what one of the things that we was talking about in the chat on Saturday. It's like I'm not getting ready to judge you. This how I feel. Like I don't have no heaven or no hell to put you in. Okay, that's not my
right.
job because I can go either way. And when I get to them pearly gate, the Lord could be like, "Who is you?" So but I yes, listen, prayer. When you was talking, two things just kept coming up in my head. The joy of the Lord is my strength. The joy of the Lord is my strength. And the Lord is not giving us the spirit of fear, but power, love, and a sound mind. But
Hmm.
that don't mean that we don't have fear. It's just that we operate through our fear with the help that is given to us from our Father. We operate through me and my daughter has we always talk I always tell my kids, I talk to my kids about that. Operate through your fear because everybody have fears. We all have fears, we all have struggles, we all have setbacks, but we continue to move forward. We continue to operate through them because the joy of the Lord is our strength. If those of us that believe, but like we just keep moving in his strength through us. We just keep moving. And prayer is like, I'm not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ, y'all. So if I offend anybody, oh well, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But so I pray, Lord, help me get through this. When I was in school, I used to pray all the time. Help me understand this because I don't understand what this book is talking about. You understand? Girl, it's like, no, prayer is essential to get us through life. Whatever we have to do in order to push past the fear, the doubt, the setbacks in our life so we can keep on moving. We keep on moving. And I appreciate that through you, about you. And I can see
Yes.
that. I can see that joy in you. I can see that happiness. I can
Oh, most
see like
definitely.
just come on, just I got
Hmm.
this. I got this. And that's probably why I was drawn to you. I don't believe that I'm not drawn to people um that's for no reason at all. People with high energy that can come into my space and I feel a certain way about. I think it's on purpose. Either people, we come into each other's life for a purpose to encourage
Yeah,
each
that's
other,
so
to
true.
push each other forward, to help a person get unstuck, to help them see light, get out of darkness, or help them to get up. Because some people, like you said, some people just get stuck. And sometimes
Yeah,
God will send somebody in their life just to now Nightbot coming. Where you
that
been,
is so
player?
funny.
God will send somebody in our life just to help us move and to get up or just look up, because life can beat people up. Life can get you down, but He will definitely send help. He is our present help in a time of trouble. Nightbot, where you been? Where have you been? Okay, so he here, y'all. Somebody drop Journey in the chat again to see if it'll work this time. I don't know. He just been maybe Nightbot been at the bar somewhere. We gonna have to check him out, see what he been doing. Y'all, if y'all have any questions in the chat, y'all can any questions, y'all can put them in there, and we'll try to get him, and I'll ask Jay, or if Jay see him, she can answer him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope it wasn't Journey 57. Anyway, if not, y'all, I'll figure it out later. Okay, the fourth question. The fourth question. I hope these questions is not repetitive. Did you push past your limits? No. Did pushing past your limits change how you see yourself or your potential?
Yeah, most definitely. Being able to push past my limits allows me to see that there's like so much that I can do. It kind of just exposed like a snippet of the future in myself as far as like the strengths and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So if I know that I could do something that I previously had doubt about, and then I ended up doing it and I did it with ease, child, there's so much that I can do. I just need to like let fear go. You know what I'm saying? It is not necessarily fear. Sometimes it just has to do with, like, for me it's not necessarily fear. I just kind of feel like it has something to do with like procrastination and just like moving slower when I know that I should be moving at the speed that I know that I can move at. Like I feel like I should be way farther. Even if my YouTube, I feel like I should be way farther. I just feel like I kind of just been like just treading lightly. You know what I'm saying? But honey, I'm about to get off that treading lightly thing and do my thing, because there's no reason why I shouldn't be doing what I feel like I should be doing, you know? So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm about to most definitely push go and like get to going, because I know for sure like what I can do and what I can like offer to so many people on here. And that's not even just to like get super far ahead or in front of anybody, because I feel like if I do get ahead, that's a blessing, because I'm always going to reach back and pull people up. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like, child, that's most definitely a blessing. So I'm excited for all of that. And that, yeah, that has a lot to do with it for real.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Damo just dropped a question in there for you. Says, what are some of your goals in life and goals for YouTube in 2005?
What I goals in life and goals for YouTube in 2025. So goals in YouTube for sure. I want to be able to launch my new show, 20 Questions with Jay, the re up for sure. That is most definitely something that's going to happen. I want to be able to gain sponsorships. So that is definitely a goal. I'm definitely going to focus on that as well. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily have a goal for as far as like how many subscribers I think I should have, but I do have a goal as far as how many views I feel like I should be able to obtain by the ending of this year. And I feel like if anything, that should be anywhere between what I said in the beginning of January, because in the beginning of January, I was at like, I was at the ending of January, I was at 3 months. But in the beginning of January, I was at 2 months, like 2.5 months, pretty much, you know? So I told myself at the ending of 2025, I want to be able to get a minimum of like 150 views to 200 views. And that's how many views I want minimum. You know, if it's more than that, that's amazing, but that's what I'm working on. And the way that I'm working on that is by continuing to like see what my audience is liking by trying different things and seeing what works, what's really actually putting up the watch hours in my videos. Because if
Yeah.
they're watching the video more, that means they're actually enjoying what's going on. So I've
Yeah.
been switching a lot of things that I've been doing in my video, and I continue to do that to try to like see what's really getting liked. And I'm starting to see that what I'm kind of doing right now is definitely pushing more so in a positive light than in a negative light. So I'm only going to be going like up from here, child. Like how I always say, I'm only gonna be going up from here. You
What
know what
up
I'm saying?
here?
So, and there's so much more. Like my memberships, I have so much that I want to do for my memberships. I had told you guys before. I don't know if any of y'all missed it, but I said for my memberships, I'm going to be taking the streets of Atlanta, and I'm going to be asking some of my questions that I have on 20 Questions with Jay, and I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna ask some strangers, and we're gonna turn it into a
Okay.
whole thing, and it's gonna be lit. You feel me? And I'm also going to be putting a series on my membership, which is also going to be the series of like my auntie them. So my auntie and all of them. So me and my family, I'm the first one that was born in America. Everyone else was either born after me in America or born before me, and they was born in Liberia. So I want to do a series with my mom and my aunties and all of them talking about their journey to America. And I think that's probably what it's going to be called, the journey to America. And because I want to talk about that is because like back before my mom came to America, there was a huge war that started in Liberia. And it drove a lot of people out. A lot of people were killed. It was a tremendous like change in how a lot of things like happened in Liberia. A lot of people had to go to Ghana because they had to open up like refugee camps for people to be safe. It was a whole situation. So I want to be able to get their whole story of their journey to America, and I'm going to put that on my memberships. So I'm really, really excited about that as well. But there's so much more. There's so much more, honestly, because I know for sure there's going to be more that I want to do. Me, I'm really creative. So I know for sure, like going down the line just in 2025 alone, there's going to be so much more that I end up doing and things that I discover. You know, I want to be able to have things for my store. I'm definitely going to be. So it's crazy. Just yesterday, I finally thought of what I want to do as far as my press ons for Kiss from Jay. So I'm going to be making
Ooh.
some press ons on Kiss from Jay. The design, I had several designs that just randomly popped into my head. So I was like, oh my God, I'm so excited. This is perfect timing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah.
Child, it's only up from here. I ain't even gonna hold you. Okay. Yeah. Hey
Yes.
Queen, what's going on, love? How you doing, hun? Pretty hard.
Hello.
That's the SD chip. What's going on, y'all? Lala, everybody in the chat, I appreciate y'all being here. All Star, what's going on, love? Thanks y'all for being here. Super channels,
Yes.
it's super channels. What? Oh no. Okay,
Yeah, friends with
yeah.
super
Okay,
channel.
super
Yeah.
channels. What's going on, love? Everybody in the chat, thank y'all for being here. I really appreciate y'all support. Period. Yeah.
Y'all go check out Friends with Super Channels. That's my friend Geo. From my other channel, she is very inspirational. That's her whole goal for being on YouTube. She is like inspirational. She has like three or either four channels, and they are all like I know at least two of them monetized, and one of them is almost monetized, or either all of them monetized. And she is very encouraging. She shout out people all the time. She has a playlist channel. I'm a part of it. Her other channel team with she's three monetized channels. Yes, she has three monetized channel. Team Bill with Geo. I'm a part of that team, and we watch each other's playlists. We watch each other's all the videos. So she is very inspirational. So y'all connect with her definitely and go see what she's doing over there. And she is definitely about helping people grow and go. Okay. Hey Queen. Hey y'all. Those are some excellent goals. I'm excited. I'm gonna have to
Yeah,
get.
I'm excited too.
I'm gonna have to get a membership now, girl. Look, so I'm gonna have to get a
Girl.
job because right now I'm not working. I'm retired from my new job from my 25 years of working with these kids. I just retired, but I'm just retired from that job. I'm trying to I'm getting ready to get into the school system. But yeah, so I'm gonna have to get some money so I can pay for all these memberships. Yes, but I love your goals. Those are great. It's
Thank
good to have
you.
goals. It's
It
good to set
is.
goals for yourself because you got something to reach towards. You got something to work towards.
Exactly. Yeah.
Store. You got two shows that you just got through talking about, with your parent, with your mother and them. You're talking about what happened to them, and that's awesome that you're the first one that was born here in America.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. So you got some stories to tell. You got some
Oh
stuff
yes.
that we can learn from what is it, Ghana? Where is it?
Liberia.
Liberia. Yeah, Liberia. Yes, and I'm excited to hear about that going on into Atlanta.
Yes.
It's another
Mm-hmm.
lady, she does that. But that's good. That's good. I can see that. I can see that jumping because people want
Mm-hmm.
to see everybody's business.
Oh
Okay,
yes, most definitely.
people are all about. That's what TV is all about. Everybody's business. What everybody doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I'm excited for you, and I can't wait about your story, girl. The press ons, those are going. I'm definitely, I'm praying for your success with those
Thank
because
you.
kids use press ons. Everybody use press ons.
They
Okay,
sure do.
kids, women, and men use press ons. So,
Mm-hmm.
girl, I pray that your business just keep on moving and moving and moving and growing
Thank
and growing
you.
and before you know it, you be in the millionaires club. Yes, come on, we need that sound. Clock it. Yeah, we need it.
Okay,
I need
period. You
some
already know what's
sound.
up. Yes.
Yes, goes. All right. Well, our last question is: what advice would you give someone who feels stuck or unsure if they can overcome their own limitations?
What advice would I give? Hold on, can you repeat that again? I'm sorry.
Okay. What advice would you give someone who feels stuck or unsure if they can overcome their own limitations? So what advice would you give them to help them overcome their own limitations or
Well,
limits?
I would first ask them what makes you actually feel stuck. Because sometimes people, they really don't even have a reason why they feel stuck. They don't have a reason why they're stopping. They just stopping just because. It's like because of what though? Like, can you answer that? Are you able to answer that? If you're not able to answer that, then you have no reason. It's literally just you. You're the only one that's standing in front of you. You're standing in front of your own success. Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Get out of your mind and get into reality. Like, you are able to do anything you put your mind to. And you need to stop allowing yourself to stop yourself from being your best self. Like, we should all be striving to be our best self. So don't allow yourself and don't allow other people to think that because you feel like other people are going to have something to say. People are always going to have something to say, but why
Mhm.
don't you do something so they can have something good to say? And if they want to have something bad to say because of your success, honey, all they're doing is promoting your brand. At least you ain't got to pay for promotion. You got free
Ah!
promotion right there. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna keep talking about it, talk about it, talk about it. Yeah, put it in the atmosphere. Put it in the atmosphere, please. I'm begging you. Continue. Continue to talk about me. Why would you not want to talk about me? I want y'all to talk about, I want everybody to talk about me, honey. I'm going to continue to do amazing things. So all you're going to have to say is the things that I'm doing, because what are you really going to have to say negative about me?
Yeah.
Because then when you show people who I am, they're going to look at it and they're going to be looking at you like you the one that's crazy, child. Because hello,
Nothing
and
wrong with her.
you used to be friends with this person, and this person is doing X, Y, and Z. Like, why you not friends with them, child? They could have like taken you all these places that you've been saying that you wanted to go, but instead you want to sit here and mope around and be angry that somebody is doing something and you wish you could do it. You could do anything that you want to do. Get out of
Yes.
your own way, because nobody is in your way but you. Even if you feel like somebody else is actually stopping you physically, no, they're not. You probably just want that person to be in your life, and that's why you feel like they're stopping you. They're not stopping you. You're stopping you. You're able to do whatever you want to do it, and you got to understand that you could do almost anything on your own. You're able to build
Yes.
your team. Yes, you are, but make sure that you're building a team that actually does want to support you, and pay attention to
Mhm.
energy, because energy speaks for itself. Nobody has to speak upon energy. People can say all type of stuff and their energy will say another thing. Read the energy.
Good.
You don't need to read someone's mouth. I'm quick to catch on energy. Very quick to catch on energy. You don't have to tell me anything. Once I feel it, I'm gonna probably ask you one time. If I see it again, I ain't gonna ask you again, because I already asked you and it gave you a chance to say what I seen, what I peeped. And if you ain't speaking on it, honey, then I don't have nothing else to say. I gave you a chance to say what it is. I told you what I seen. You saying this and that. I'm still seeing what's really going on. So it is what it is. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Energy speaks for itself. Don't allow anybody to think that they can manipulate you into telling you, oh, this isn't going to work because I tried it. Just because you tried it doesn't mean when I try it, I'm going to have the same results. Me and you ain't the same person. You have this way of doing things, and I have this way of doing things. Try things
Yes.
yourself. yes, it's great to learn from example when you see people, especially when you know that they done something and you feel like if you would do the same thing's gonna happen. It depends on the situation. Be smart about what you're doing, what you decided not to do, and what you are gonna do, and pay attention to the people that's actually doing it, and pay attention to how they did it. Because if they did it a dumb way, then make sure you don't do it the dumb way. Why would you want to do it the dumb way, fool? Hello, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what I have to say about it, child. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay, period.
Period. Yes. Yes. Don't do something the same way somebody else is doing it. Use your own energy, use your gifts and your own talents and put your own spin on it. It's like we used to always I used to say this to other people or people I encourage and everything. People be like, I want to be like so and so. I want to be. No, you don't. You
Right.
don't want to be like so and so. You don't want to be what they
They can
have.
be
You
an
don't want
inspiration. You can have as many inspirations as you
exactly.
want to, but
You don't
continue
know
to
what it
do things
took.
your way. Yeah.
Right. You don't know what it took to get them there. You
Yeah,
don't know the
exactly.
struggles they had to go through to get to where they at now. All you need to do is ask God to give you some wisdom and some guidance and some knowledge on how to get where it is that you want to go. It's all right to use people as an inspiration, yes, to push you, like what we've been talking about, to push you
Mm-hmm.
and to help to encourage you. But don't be walking around saying, being jealous of people or because they are here and you haven't got there yet. You will get there. Just keep moving forward and use your own gifts and your own talents and use the encouragement that you have around you to push yourself forward to where it is that you want to be in life. God makes room. Your talents will make room for you. That's
That's
scriptorial.
so true.
Your talents will make room for you. So operate. Everybody got some talents. Everybody got something that you good at. Um, so use it. Figure out what it is. Sometimes we fall. A man falls 7 times and he get back up. Sometimes we fall. Sometimes it don't work, but you keep going. Don't let your limitations or your failures or your setbacks stop you. Push past all limitations. Push past. That's why I like that. Push past limits. I like that mantra because we have to push past. And like you said it a few times, we are our own worst enemy. I know I am.
Yeah.
I have to push past myself, my own thinking, my own procrastination. I do it. Sometimes we have to do it on a daily basis. We have to push past ourselves in order so that we can get where it is that we want to be. Because we'll shut our own selves down. We'll let fear stop us. We'll let doubt stop us. We'll let procrastination stop us. We'll
Mm-hmm.
let jealousy stop us. All of those things. But if we would take our eyes off of the negative and
Yeah.
put it on the positive, keep your eyes to the sky and keep grinding and keep moving forward. And if you get
Mm-hmm.
stuck, just rethink that thing. Listen, y'all, it is okay to start over. If something is not working, it is okay to start over.
Yes,
Build
it
upon
is.
build upon what you started. Stop for a minute, take a couple of days and think about it. That's how like these big companies, these Fortune 500 companies, they failed at some stuff first. They didn't succeed, came out the door succeeding. If you ask any of them, they'll, even if it don't have to be Fortune 500 companies, it could be people with successful company. Ask somebody around you, did you fail or did you have hardships before you got to where you at? Yes. Hardships make us stronger. Pushing past our limits, our limitations, all of those things is what make us stronger. And when you
Mm-hmm.
see that you done succeeded at something, that makes you feel good. That makes you be like, oh shoot, I can do it. I can do it. Coach said, stop stopping. Right. Don't stop. Reset. Just reset it to think about it. Just think about what it is that you can do differently to make things move forward, because sometimes we have to change some stuff and that's okay. We have to change some things up to move forward. It's just like when you exercising. If you keep doing the same exercise and the same exercise and eating the same old thing, your body gets stuck and you stop losing weight. Why?
Yeah.
Because you got to do something different to trick the mind, to trick the body. You
Mm-hmm.
got to start doing something different so your journey can continue on. So we have to
Yeah.
push past our own limits and our own limitations in order to be successful in anything in life.
That's so true.
Anything. Anybody got
Hmm.
any more questions? You want to add something else, Jay? Most people don't get their
Um,
move on. Your
I
blessing.
don't really have to
Yes,
add
Miriam.
all that much. I'm so excited that all of y'all like showed out tonight. Thank y'all so much for being here.
Yes.
Appreciate y'all. Let me see who's all up in here. I see Lala. Thank you, Lala, for showing up. You know what I'm saying? Friends with super channels. Thank you, love. I appreciate
Mm.
you. Pretty
You see
Heart.
what she
Thank you, love,
said?
for being here. Stephanie. Oh, that's you, child.
Yeah,
All Star.
that's
Thank you,
all right.
Astar, for being here. I appreciate you, Queens. Thank you for being here, love. You know what I'm saying? Bestie Esty. What's poppin'? Allison. I appreciate all of y'all. Y'all are so lit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know Coach is in class right now. Chip,
Yes.
Majestic, if y'all still here, I appreciate y'all. Allison, Faith, if you still here, I appreciate y'all. But yeah, Bambi, Rock, all of y'all, thank y'all for showing into live, like coming into live and just, bringing your energy and your like. I hope you guys like the live. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for staying this far
Yes.
in the interview. This has been such a great time. So thank you so much, Stephanie, for having me. I
Yes.
wish to continue to see you interview more and more people because
Yes.
interviewing really does help you to get out of your shell. And it also does help you with like just speaking and learning how to say things different, asking different questions because you're going to be talking to so many people. You know what I'm saying? So I love it. But I'm so excited to see your journey here on YouTube. I'm so excited to see so many people's journey. And I wish that you guys continue to just put your best foot forward and look at what you're doing and try to get a better outcome so you can have more success here on YouTube. So you'll be able to be excited to like, find different things that you're able to do. Be different, be bold. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Step out there and do your big one, child. Y'all already know how I am. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Period.
Period.
Yes. 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 Yes.
I swear I'm gonna get that. I'm a like I can't wait to put out my little clothing line because I am gonna have a clothing line. I already know
Come
exactly
on.
how I want like my little dress to be or my little like tank top. And trust me, believe, honey, it's gonna be cute, cute. Okay, I'm saying
I'm
I even know
sure will.
I wanna have like boxers for the men. Like, child, I'm going all out. You don't even understand, honey. I already know what I want to do as far as that. I just haven't like I drew it. I drew it so I can have like that vision that I thought of a while ago. Like I can always have
Yeah.
that. So I'm just excited to like make it happen. But I'm so geek.
Yeah.
I'm so geek, child.
I'm happy for you. Look, write the vision and make it
Yes.
plain. Write the vision and make
Hmm.
it plain. Thanks. Geo said, most people don't get there because they don't move on their blessing. Yes,
Hmm. That's what
yes.
it is too. When
Mhm.
ideas get dropped into your head, y'all, you would think that it's only you that get that idea, but honestly, I do believe that when an idea gets dropped into someone's head, it gets dropped into multiple people's head at the same time. And it's just
Mhm.
the person that acts on it is the one that actually gets the benefit from it. Because some
Yeah.
people are going to see someone be like, "Oh my God, I thought about that same thing. There's no way this person thought about it." Yeah, it is a way. They thought about it exactly when you thought about it. You just
Mhm.
sat on your blessing. They acted upon their blessing. So
They
now they're
acted.
going to reap the benefits. You know what I'm saying? You need to do what you need to do when you need to do it. You know in your mind, as soon as you think about it, you know exactly how to execute the plan. It's just you not pushing yourself to do it. So now you
Mhm.
stuck like, dang, man, now I feel like I can't do it because someone else do it. Now I'm going to be a copier when you should have been someone was following because you had the idea as well.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And that
Yeah. I'm
happens to the most of us. And we're all content
It
creators on
happened
here.
to
So
me
we've all
before.
experienced that.
Yes.
Act on it when you think about it. When you think about it, it was brought to you because you was able to have this. You are able to do it. That's why the idea popped in your head. Because you're
Mhm.
able to get through with this. But you have to believe in yourself. That'd be the issue. People don't believe in themselves, and that's why they don't
Yeah.
act upon certain things. You need to
Uh-huh.
believe in yourself, especially being the content creator on here. Stop being so shy. Stop being so scared because you will be surprised like down the line how things can change for you if you act upon the
Yeah.
blessings that you are supposed to be having for yourself. You will be
Yeah.
so shocked.
Yeah. Our success most of the time, all of the time, is in our ability to move forward. Our success, y'all remember that. And I say that for myself also, because I've been like that before, like had something dropped into my spirit, and it's like, and not acting upon it, or being afraid, or for whatever reason. But sometimes people are afraid of success, not afraid of failure. Sometimes people are afraid to succeed, knowing that it will work, but still scared to step out on faith. So I'm just from for future references, step out on faith, y'all. If y'all got an idea in your head, no matter how big, no matter how small it is, step out there and do it. That's what at 57 years old, I'm teaching myself that right now. So I don't care what it is. I had to take a leap with shutting down everything and closing down my whole life and changing everything. I'm stepping into a whole nother journey in my life.
Yes.
After 25 years of working, I had to make this decision to shut it down, move forward, and go into a whole nother career. So it's like we have to make conscious decisions to follow our dream, follow your goal, follow your heart. You don't know where it's gonna go. The Lord, He be like, I dropped it in your spirit. I'm just waiting on you to move. He ain't twirling his fingers. Somebody else is getting blessed while we twirling our fingers. So keep
Mm-hmm.
moving forward. I wish everybody much success here on YouTube. I thank everybody for coming in today. I thank you, Jay. This was
Yes, this was
a wonderful.
amazing. Yeah. And
Yeah.
before we close out, I got something I want to say. You know what I'm saying? Vaseline. You need to sponsor your girl. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be able to melt it down like how Diddy did the oil in the pool, but I
Woo!
know how to lavish it on my body correctly. You know what I'm saying? I use it as my lip gloss. I use it as my lotion. I use it as everything, child. So Vaseline,
Sponsor your girl.
sponsor your girl. Period. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay.
I listen, that's
Yeah.
real, because these sponsors is what's gonna get us paid. You only after you get your 1,000 subscribers, people be like, and I'm gonna say this, it's like people be stuck on, like, of course we all want our 1,000 subscribers, okay? So because we can get monetized past that, but stop being like, I still got to get 2,000, I still got to get 3,000. And
Yeah.
Chip was talking about, he was talking about this the other day, and a couple other people was, but we only got 25 views or 10 views. Work on getting views, because views is what's gonna get you paid through YouTube. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care if you can have like 2,000, 20,000, and you only got like about 15 or 20 or 50 views. That is a lot of people. Work on the people. Work on
Mm-hmm.
building a community, like he said, like we talked about. Work on this is my second time around. So I know better this time. Yes, I'm trying to get my numbers up, but in between working, and thank y'all, by the way, I'm at fat 410. Yeah,
Yes.
410. Thank everybody. Um, but this journey, I'm building friends, I'm building a community, I'm building camaraderie. We watching each other as we are supporting each other, we growing together. We helping one another, pushing people forward, and we teaching each other. You know what I'm saying? So I had that with my other channel, but I wasn't doing what I'm doing now. So it's up
Mm-hmm.
to us. We grow in the way that we move. We grow in when we take it into our eyes, our ears, and what we hear, and all of that. When we take it in, it's about what we do with it. It's how we gonna grow. It's how we gonna move forward. It's how we gonna have success. So this time around, I'm using YouTube for my benefit, because I'm over here.
Yes.
I'm
Hey
over here
Danielle, how you
working on
doing,
my
girl?
product. Yeah. Hey Danielle. Hello. I'm working on my products. I'm having faith in God this time, and I'm moving. I'm moving in when he drops stuff in me, I'm like, okay, Lord, let's get it. Let's do it. I'm doing it this
Yes.
time, So I'm working on it. And when it's time for it to come out, and matter of fact, I wanted to tell you this. Anybody that come onto my platform, you when the product come out, what it is that I'm working on, you gonna be end up getting one free. So everybody that come onto my platform, when I'm finished with it, I'll be sending one to you for free. So
Okay.
just probably I ain't gonna say when, so I'm just trying to make sure while I'm off work for a whole month, I'm trying to get it done. While I'm
I
trying to
feel
get
it.
this right here, I'm trying to get this done. So yes, so I thank you so much, Jay, for being here. I appreciate
Yes.
you.
Thank you for
We had
having
a
me.
wonderful conversation. I thank
Yes, we really, really
everybody,
did. This
everybody.
interview, y'all, is most definitely worth the replay. So I promise you, child, you're gonna want to start this from the
Yes,
beginning
yes.
because we had a really, really good talk, and the energy was right where it needed to be. Okay,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes. And don't forget to connect with each other. Anybody that connected with my channel, when I get off of here, I usually I check my check to see if my if anybody left a comment, and so I can go back through the comment and connect with anybody that connected with me. I thank everybody that came over from Jay's channel, everybody that came from everybody else's channel. I
Thank you,
appreciate you.
Danielle.
I'll be doing a social set hub every Wednesday at 6:30. I may take a day. I think I'm gonna do one on the weekend for those people that can't do it at 6:30. I'll try to figure out some times because we all doing so much, and it's sometimes it's gonna be inevitable that we might cross somebody's time, but we just try to be mindful of each other's times so that we can continue to connect with each other. But like Coach, I definitely got to get her on here, but I can't. My During the week is not a good time, so I'll have to do one on the weekend. And of course, we work out. I work out every Saturday at 11 o'clock Eastern. My time is Eastern. I work out at 11 on StreamYard, and most of the time I invite people up to work out with me. They do whatever you're doing, and I do whatever I'm doing. We just work out together, and then people hang out in the chat.
Hmm.
We socialize. So,
Yes.
do you have a time that you want to go ahead and promote your time that you go live?
Well, tomorrow for sure. Tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am going to be doing 20 questions with Jay, and it's going to be featuring Faith Marie Unscripted. So I'm so
Oh,
excited to get her into these questions, child, because sitting in my seat is a little bit more than a hot seat, honey. You're going to have to clutch your pearls. You know what I'm saying? Like Danielle would say, clutch your pearls. Yeah. And every Saturday at 10 p.m., I do kinky infusions with my co host, Lunar Dream. So I'm so excited about that as well. And on Monday, I'm doing movie night with Corey. So I'm excited for that. That will be
oh,
on her channel. So I'm really geeked about that, child. And yeah, it's just going to be really, really fun. As time goes in, I will find time to get Danielle because she is going to be the first one on 20 Questions with Jay. They'll be up. I just have to really schedule in a time because I've been doing so much. And now that it's summertime, I've been having a lot of clients. So I'm really, really excited about just, everything that's going to be going on. And I'm geek chat. So yeah, it's going to be really, really nice.
all right, all right. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get just Danielle up here. So y'all,
Oh,
I'll be
yeah.
sending y'all I'll be sending everybody a text through their Instagram. I usually try to deal with Instagram and inviting people up to talk, and we'll have 5 questions. I only have 5. I I'll be easy on you. Jay gonna be easy on you.
I'm not going to be easy on you.
She
You're going
gonna
to
hit
have
you
to
with
come
20
correct.
questions.
Come correct, honey. And these 20 questions, they ain't gonna be the lightest either, honey. They all gonna be hectic. You feel me? But yeah, I'm excited though. I'm really, really excited. I do
I'm
want to ask you a
scared.
question.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I do want to ask you a question. Do you think that you would be bold enough to come on 20 questions with Jay one day?
Wait a minute, you froze. I
Oh,
froze.
do
Say that
you think
again.
you'll be bold enough to come on 20 questions one day?
I will. I'll come on there. I won't have a problem. I'll answer to the best of my ability.
Don't worry, it's not
I
kinky
come
infusions.
question
If
my
it
pearls.
was, then you would definitely have to like, oh,
I'll be like, well, I can't come. I can't. I can listen. I'll be in the chat.
yeah.
But yeah, definitely. I'll come on there.
Okay,
Definitely.
well, I'll definitely
Yes.
speak to
I think
you
it'll be fun.
outside of here. It is gonna be fun. It's gonna be a
Okay.
lot of fun. I'm so geeked.
All
But
right. All right.
yes. Yes, y'all. Thank
All
y'all so
right.
much for being
Well,
here. I appreciate all of y'all.
yes. Thank everybody. We're gonna go now, and I appreciate you again, Jay, for coming up. My first time. I can't. I look forward to our next time. We'll see you next week at 6:30 in our social set hub. I'll let you know who's gonna be on the seat next. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you later. Have a wonderful night, and don't forget to push past all your limits so that you can be successful. All right. Thank you, Jay.
You're welcome. Bye, y'all.
Bye.